Your legs are failing you, not from age, from fruit. Yes, fruit. That fruit you think is good for you may be stealing your strength without you even noticing. If climbing stairs feels impossible, if your knees ache after a short walk, or your ankles swell without warning, this could be why. After 60, you naturally lose up to 8 to 10% of leg muscle per decade. Stanford research warns that poor blood sugar control, joint inflammation, and damaged circulation speed that up even more, sending you toward weakness, falls, or dependency. Ignoring diet effects leads to loss of freedom. Walking downhill, bending to garden, playing with grandkids becomes a struggle. And the worst part? It could be hidden in a harmless fruit bowl. A 2023 Yale study found seniors who ate high-fructose fruits regularly had 30% more leg inflammation and reported double the calf pain during walks. That suggests fruit isn't always friendly after 60, especially the sugar-heavy types. Fruit 1, pineapple. Pineapple seems like the perfect fruit. It's juicy, tropical, and full of bromelain, a compound often praised for reducing inflammation. But here's the harsh truth. For seniors, pineapple can silently sabotage your legs. Why? It's loaded with natural sugars and fruit acids. That combo may be fine for a 25-year-old with fast metabolism and perfect insulin response. But at 65, it's a different story. As you age, your blood vessels get more fragile, especially the tiny capillaries that deliver oxygen to your feet, calves, and knees. When you eat pineapple, the sugars hit your bloodstream fast, spiking your blood glucose levels. That spike damages the lining of those tiny vessels. Result: poor circulation, oxygen-starved muscles, and yes, tired, aching legs after even light activity. And then there's the acid. Pineapple contains citric and malic acid, both of which irritate inflamed joints. If you already have arthritis, the acid can feel like lemon juice on a paper cut. You may not feel it immediately, but if your knees swell after sitting or your ankles ache by evening, pineapple could be a hidden cause. Worse, most seniors snack on pineapple on an empty stomach, which intensifies acid absorption and blood sugar damage. The fix? Limit pineapple to just a few bites per week, always with a meal and never as a morning snack. And if you crave the tropical flavor, stay tuned. A pineapple-free smoothie is coming up that actually supports your joints instead of attacking them. Fruit 2. Bananas wear a health halo, especially for seniors. They're rich in potassium, soft to chew, and easy to digest. But here's what you're not told. They're also packed with sugar and fast carbs that can quietly weaken your legs. A medium banana contains around 14 grams of sugar and 27 grams of carbohydrate. That's a big hit to your bloodstream, especially when your body's ability to manage insulin has slowed with age. What happens next? Your blood sugar spikes, your circulation slows, and your body retains fluid. That's a perfect recipe for swollen ankles, heavy legs, and aching knees, especially for those with heart conditions or borderline diabetes. And here's the catch. Bananas are often eaten alone, without protein or fiber to buffer the impact. That makes the sugar hit even harder. If you've ever noticed your ankles puffing up after breakfast or your knees aching more after that healthy morning banana, it's not your imagination. Bananas also stimulate aldosterone, a hormone that tells your body to hold on to salt and water. More fluid means more pressure on your joints and stiffness in your legs. But don't worry, we're not throwing potassium under the bus. Potassium is still crucial for nerve and muscle function. Later in this video, we'll reveal a better source of potassium that's gentler on your joints and won't spike your blood sugar. Because yes, you can have strong legs and a happy heart, just not with bananas. Fruit 3. Grapes. Grapes look harmless, tiny, juicy, and easy to snack on. But for seniors, they can quietly trigger serious joint pain. Why? Because grapes are packed with fructose, a natural sugar that the liver struggles to process efficiently with age. When overwhelmed, the liver converts that fructose into uric acid. And that uric acid, it builds up in your joints, especially the toes, knees, and ankles. Result: sudden burning in your big toe, achy knees after sitting, swollen ankles from just walking around the house. It feels like gout, even if it's not officially gout. And it only takes a few handfuls a day to tip the scale. Worse, grapes are addictively snackable. 1 cup easily becomes 3, and that means more pain. But don't worry, there's a low fructose fruit coming up that's just as sweet, but actually helps your joints heal. Fruit 4. Watermelon. Yes, it's 90% water. Yes, it's refreshing. But for seniors, watermelon can be a sugar-loaded trap. Here's the kicker. Watermelon has a glycemic index of 80. That means it spikes your blood sugar as fast as white bread, and that matters, especially after age 60. Why? Because with age, your body becomes less efficient at handling blood sugar swings, and every spike causes inflammation, especially in areas where circulation is weaker, like your legs. You might notice calves feel sore after short walks, knees ache for no reason, ankles swell, even on cooler days. And here's the sneaky part. Because it's watery, you eat more of it. 1 slice turns into 3, and that means more sugar, more swelling, more stiffness. But don't worry, coming up next is a fruit that's just as hydrating, but doesn't leave your legs sore and sluggish. Fruit 5. Oranges. Oranges get praised for their vitamin C, but they also carry a hidden cost, citric acid and natural sugars that can quietly attack aging joints. Here's how it works. That combo of acid and sugar irritates joint tissue, especially if inflammation is already brewing from arthritis or poor circulation. Over time, this leads to morning stiffness that takes longer to shake off, hip and knee pain after sitting, swelling in ankles even without standing too long, and it's worse if you're drinking orange juice. Why? Because juice strips away the fiber and delivers a sugar blast straight to your bloodstream. Your joints feel it, not right away, but gradually, silently, until one day you wonder why your knees feel older than you do. But don't worry, we've got a citrus swap coming that's gentler, just as flavorful, and actually supports your joints. Fruit 6. Green apples. They look clean, crisp, healthy, but for aging joints, green apples can be sneaky troublemakers. Here's why. They contain malic acid, the compound that gives them that tart bite. In younger bodies, it's fine. But in seniors, that acid can irritate joint tissues and gut lining, especially when the body is already inflamed or circulation is poor. Now add natural sugars to the mix. They might not taste sweet, but green apples still spike blood sugar, and in older adults, that leads to nighttime leg cramps, morning stiffness in calves and knees, a subtle feeling of fatigue or soreness after walking. And if you eat them before bed, even worse. That's when digestion slows down and your joints are least prepared to handle the acid load. But don't worry, there's a way to enjoy apples without joint pain. Stay with me, your fix is coming. Fruit 7. Mango. It's soft, sweet, tropical. But for seniors, mango might as well come with a warning label. Here's the shocker. 1 ripe mango shuck 45 grams of sugar. That's more than a can of soda. And your aging metabolism? It can't clear that sugar fast enough. So what happens? Insulin spikes, followed by inflammation and a cascade of nerve irritation. The result? Burning toes, tingling calves, achy ankles, especially if you already have borderline blood sugar or nerve sensitivity. Worse, mango's texture is misleading. It feels light, so you eat more. But your nerves don't care how natural it tastes. They react to sugar, not fruit marketing. Mango isn't evil, but it's no friend to aging legs. Most people are told, eat more fruit. But recent NIH and Harvard data now say, choose carefully and intentionally. Your metabolism changes after 60. Your insulin response slows. Your joints and blood vessels become fragile. The wrong fruit isn't shelter, it's sabotage. Worst time to eat high-sugar fruit? In the morning on an empty stomach. That morning, fruit snack spikes insulin, floods joints with inflammation, and leaves your legs limp all day. Instead, pair fruit with protein or healthy fats, like Greek yogurt or nuts, to stabilize blood sugar and protect your legs. Instead of the 7 harmful fruits, choose these everyday replacements. Berries, low sugar, high antioxidants. Cherries, reduce uric acid. Avocados, healthy fats, cushion joints. Papaya, digestive enzymes that calm inflammation. Pears, low glycemic, gentle on circulation. These fruits support mobility, reduce swelling, and help preserve strength. Fruit isn't bad, but the wrong kind can erode your mobility and happiness. Swap smart. Fuel your legs. Hold on to strength.